Okay people, welcome back to another Fwoosh review. Tonight I'm going to take a look at the Star Wars Black Series Resistance Trooper. Now, I just happened to run across this at Toys R Us today. I was out Christmas shopping and there he was. It was the only one on the shelf. And I didn't see the TIE Fighter pilot that also comes in this wave. That's really the only other new character in Wave 3. The rest of the wave is rehashes of Finn and Rey, who comes with BB-8, and then Kylo Ren and the First Order Stormtrooper. I already have all those. I've already reviewed those. Like I said, the TIE Fighter pilot wasn't there, but it is really just a rehash of the TIE Fighter pilot that came with the Black Series TIE Fighter. So you can check out that review too. The only difference with the TIE Fighter pilot is it doesn't have the red blood stripe, or red stripe, or whatever it's called. I will eventually get it because the TIE Fighter is a two-seater. It can go in the back. So it works out. I've been collecting these since the beginning, so I already have most of this wave. Really, one figure, find another one, I'm done, move on to the next one. As you can see, it's the standard Black Series packaging, the red, well, the Force Awakens packaging, with the red and the black and the, you know, the kind of silhouette picture on the back. And it displays the figure well, plastic, but it's getting chunked. Another thing people may say is, they don't remember this guy from the movie. Why have a figure? We have stormtroopers. I guess it's cool to have a resistance trooper that you can army build. Kinda. The face is showing. It'd be kind of weird to have an army of just this one dude. So, I guess it works, kinda. I'm just happy to have one. I don't remember him from the movie, but it's a 6-inch Star Wars figure. I guess I'm a sucker. By the way, I have seen the movie. It kicks ass. I loved it. It took a minute for me to love it. I had to get out of the theater and think about it, and then I grew to love it, and the more I thought about it, I'll have to see it again, though, since so much went on. But let's get this guy open, and we'll see if he holds up. And there he is, out of the package. And he's not the most exciting figure, but he fits in with the rest of the figures. It's kind of cool. Like I said, I don't remember him from the movie, but I'm always down for putting more Star Wars characters on the shelf. Sculpt is really good. Surprisingly, it's a completely new sculpt. But as with Poe and Finn, all the wrinkles are there, just in the right places. It's not as overdone here as we saw with the others, but there's just enough to add some realism to it. And it's the same with the paint. It's dirtied up a little bit. It's a nice wash to it. Just to fit in that Star Wars feel, that dirty, gritty, sweaty, just down in the dirt feel that the new movie has. The bandolier, or well, whatever, the straps up over his shoulders, they seem like they're removable, but they are glued down right here at the shoulder, so they won't slide off whenever you're moving him around. I was surprised. At first I thought the helmet came off, but I don't think the whole helmet comes off. I can't quite get it to budge. But this faceplate, it does come up. I noticed it was a separate piece. That's what made me think the whole helmet came off. But it's just this faceplate that comes up and over his head. And I don't know how that's supposed to go if it's up. But it's a nice face sculpt underneath. He's got a mustache. It kind of reminds me of Lando in his skiff guard gear. And when you bring it back down, you gotta kind of move the goggles, the lenses here to get it up. It snags. You just kind of press in on that and get it up and over. And then it snaps down. It leaves kind of a gap. It's weird to have a helmet with the nose exposed. It doesn't have anything right there. For articulation, he's got pretty nice head movement. He can look down. He can look way up. It turns side to side. Not a lot of tilt, though. The shoulders, hinge and swivel. It swivels out really far. And then all the way around. Hinge and swivel at the elbow. You can bend it. It actually gets a little past 90. And then it rotates. Hinge and swivel at the wrist. It rotates here. And then this hand has up and down action, but because of the sleeve sculpt, which looks really good, it gets in the way of the articulation. You can't really get a lot of movement here. You can get a little more on the left, which is hinged side to side. It comes in away from the outer sleeve sculpt. There is some waist. You can get a little bit of rotation and a little bit of tilt and a little bit of forward and back. But I don't know if it's because this is attached to the belt, which is a whole separate piece, this lower jacket, but it just holds it back. I don't know if you took off the straps, if there would be a lot more movement. And then moving down to this kind of gets in the way of the legs. But you can get forward about there before it starts just dragging against it. And then you can get back, and then you can get out. But the skirt pulls it back into position. Swivel at the thigh, double knees, come up all the way back around. I love it when they do that. No swivel down here. Then you get to the ankles, there's a hinge, and it goes back. You can pretty much tiptoe, but there's no forward. It's the sculpt of the boot just gets in the way. The strap knocks against the top. So he can't step forward. And then forward-facing pin for a rocker. For weapons, he comes with this rifle, and it's the same sculpt as the one that came with Poe in the Target 2-pack with the Stormtrooper. It's hard for him to hold it. The fist doesn't really grab, but he can come up and around. But he can hold it like that. That's not terrible, at least for a rifle. The stock goes down under his arm. And here he is with Finn from the first series, which is rehashed in this wave, Wave 3. And then the Poe from the Target 2-pack. And they all look like they come from the same universe. I like that. As I said, the wrinkles all match, the colors, very earthy tone to the Resistance, I guess. At the end of the day, I do like this figure. It's a nice addition, but I don't think I'm going to troop build them. It's just not exciting enough, and with so many releases coming, I don't want to spend the money. If they came out with one with a different face underneath, where it actually looked like different characters, I may bite on that. It'd be nice if we ever get General Leia to have a couple of these guys standing behind her, or, you know, even Poe following him around. It needs something to change it up. It's not just the faceless stormtroopers that you can army build, no problem, just buy all of the same figure. This, it's going to take a little bit more work in order for me to buy more. But all in all, I'm good with this. Easy shelf fodder. So, if you like the review, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the Fwoosh. I'm surprised at how much I like the two that I wasn't really excited about. Now, like I said, Cannonball already reviewed the Grover Enforcer, so you can check out his review, and I'm going to leave him out. And I'm going to start with Zuvio. Yeah, he's not my favorite of the wave, obviously, but I like him a lot more than I thought I would. I think with this figure, or well, this character, I guess, it's the face that throws me off. It's kind of a cartoony Clone Wars kind of look, which there's nothing wrong with that, but it makes me think of, you know, the prequels.